Thank you, Peter, and thank you for the opportunity to present today and explain the Diatreme story. And I think you'll see why we're very excited about our future and the incredible progress we made, particularly over the last 12 months. We are a critical supplier of critical minerals, recognised by both federal and state governments, and internationally. We're looking to produce high-quality silica from our operations in North Queensland. Our standard disclaimer applies, so I won't go through this in detail. There are some forward statements, so I would recommend that you read this at your leisure. So we're an emerging Australian producer of critical high purity, low iron silica sands. Our projects are located in Far North Queensland, north of Cooktown. Our flagship project is called the Galilar Silica Project, 75 million tonne resource going through final stage of permitting and approvals, and recently discovered and progressed deposit in the northern part of our tenement area called Si2 North, with a foundation 124 million tonnes of high purity silica. We completely surround, geographically and by tenement area, the operations of Cape Flattery Silica, the world's largest silica mine, currently producing around 3 million tonnes a year, owned by Mitsubishi. They've been established there up there over 40 years, and they still have plenty of resource left. But if you look at our tenement area, over 500 square kilometres within our tenement boundaries, truly an extraordinary resource. We've recently partnered too with a major corporate partner in Sibelco, which I'll go into some detail. They've entered us corporately and in a joint venture on these silica projects. So our current market cap, just a quick company profile, our current market cap's sitting up around, actually over 138 million. Interestingly, by mistake, I pulled my old presentation from last year, and I noticed our market cap only 12 months ago was around 54 million. So we're pretty pleased how we've gone over the last 12 months, up over 130 million. It's been a really transformational year for the company. Good, strong board. Our chairman, Wayne Swan, is here today. Joined the company about 7 or 8 months ago. Lending his experience and weight to our board is a major coup for a company of our size. Good, strong board, well experienced in the industry. We've been really building out our team too over the last 12 months. And I think it's important to note too how we weight our recruiting in terms of the stage of our development heavily towards people, sustainability, stakeholder and community engagement. We have the privilege of operating within the area we do, and we take our responsibilities to community very seriously. And we think those values have to be put into the company really at exploration level, not waiting till we get to mining, but we want to build those values in the company right from day one. Over 1,200 active shareholders. We've been listed now over 14 years, including cornerstones in Ilwella, or the Flannery family, Deutsche Balaton, big German mining fund, and also now Sibelco hold a 15% corporately in us. So your share price is sitting up around 44 cents at the moment, 3.5 billion shares on issue. It's been a really interesting 12 months for us. Counter most of the other market trends, our share price has been trending very well. I think it's based on genuine news, genuine development, and delivering on the things we've been promising over the last 12 months or so. So our Galilar project, our flagship project, is one of the purest silica sands projects in the world, over 75 million tonnes, advancing through that last stage of permitting and approvals. We're now, however, a company of 2 projects, our Galilar Silica Project and our Si2 North deposit. So we're a company of 2 projects. The product we are processing is used directly in the manufacture of solar panels. So about 70% of every solar panel by weight is the encompassing glass. and that's manufactured from our low iron, high purity silica product. The demand for that is insatiable. Some other presenters have touched on that as well. The demand for this low iron, high purity silica product is truly insatiable. Got robust, really robust economics, low capex. By nature, these mining operations in the silica space are very low capex by nature. We use gravity and water are the only things we use in terms of processing, no nasty chemicals, very straightforward processing process. We're targeting first production in 2024 from our Galala project, with our second project probably to follow about 18 months after that. So we recently announced Sibelco joining us as a development partner, and that joint venture is in a two-stage investment process, investing up to 35 million over the next 12 months or so to earn a 26% interest in our silica holding assets that encompasses all of those areas I've described. They've also entered in corporately into Diatreme, so they've taken a 15% stake corporately in us as well. They're preeminent in the silica space worldwide. They're very well known in the industry. But importantly too, we believe it's a marriage of, we get the best from both parties. So we maintain our on-ground activities, our operations. We manage that day-to-day basis. Sibelco bring in their technical expertise, access to market, and that de-risks that front end of the project, particularly when we're looking to get more formalised offtake on those high-quality silica projects. Also, as part of that cooperation with Sibelco, we're looking to develop further downstream products in the silica space. So there's further beneficiation we can do onshore and other specialty and niche products that we're looking forward to developing with Sibelco, create some new industries potentially in Australia. We see that being a very important part of our cooperation with Sibelco. So who are Sibelco? They're world leaders in the silica space, been around 150 years, worldwide industrial minerals company focused on silica, clays, huge recycler of glass in Europe. They're European based but with global operations, over 5,000 employees, operating in 31 countries, and they're clear leader globally, particularly in that high purity quartz used in the production of photovoltaics and microprocessors and that high-end silica. So we see a lot of value add by this relationship with Sibelco. So we've seen our resource increase markedly over the last 2 years. Importantly too, we just don't prove up tonnes for the sake of proving up tonnes. We sensibly develop our opportunities within our tenement area. With 75 million identified now in our Galala project and now 124 million tonnes, that gives us nearly 200 million tonnes of product. It's more than enough to support a long-term operation from 2 mining and processing operations. We're talking about really long life operations here. We're genuinely transitioning to operatorship over the next couple of years with an initial 25-year operation in Galala, looking to build that out with the SI2 North deposit as well. One of the attractions for Sibelco was looking at us for potentially 30 to 50 year supply of silica. The world's leading silica mining company has been operating there 40 years. We know the size of our resource is larger and importantly still meets that high purity requirement for market, demanded by market. So how does our sand hit that desired product? It's incredibly pure in situ already, but we can comfortably hit the specification requirements for high-end glass manufacturers for photovoltaics. These requirements are very demanding. You have to have less than 120 parts per million of iron within the sand. We hit that 100% in range. Other contaminants such as titanium, aluminium were well within the required specifications. We also hit grain size is important for glass manufacturers. we're 98% in range for them, and 99.9% pure after processing, well above the range required by manufacturers. And we don't really need to do much more than gravity separation, spirals, attritioning, and some magnetics at the tail end of the process. Again, no chemicals, really straightforward processing. A lovely photo there of the Galala project. Mining is well in from the coast. We're really aligning ourselves and planning early our personnel training, technical expertise, putting in place our ESG systems. Our desired development model is very low impact on environment and community. We've brought community along with us. In fact, we've given a 12.5% equity interest in the Galala project to the affected native title holders. We think that's a new model for mining in Queensland, and we think that's the future for all mining activity eventually. That resource in the northern part of our tenement, again, very consistent with the southern part of our tenement, incredibly pure, advancing now through the next step of technical studies and regulatory approvals. Both these projects will see us scale up. We anticipate getting to a 3 to 5 million tonne per annum operation over the next 3 to 5 years. We will become a genuine player in the high-end silica market. We have the resource and we have the capacity to be able to do that. So we've recently announced the lodgement of mining leases for the northern part of our tenement. 4 mining leases and 4 associated infrastructure mining lease applications for access to the Cape Flattery port. They were lodged recently, so we're now advancing those through the next steps. Some further exploration, looking to prove up a high degree of certainty around those resources. Again, incredible demand for this high purity silica product. The Asian Pacific market is desperate to get its hands on it, and we want to be the first to supply it as a new supplier. What are our business value drivers? We've started early on an environment and social license to operate. These are not freely given. In fact, these are earned, and we see that as part of our early process. We're looking to deliver a single high purity silica product, very simple operation, dramatic undersupply in that market. We want to meet that demand. These are low capex by nature, high NPV, rapid payback operations. We see economies of scale through 2 operations cited here. We're evolving our downstream focus with our new partner Sibelco, looking for other value-add products. They really de-risk that market aspect of the project, which is really hard for startups to get across, given these sort of very exacting requirements of these glass manufacturers. So we want to support domestic innovation and technologies, and we think the next 12 months will be even more exciting than the last 12 months. So for those of us who have been supporting us, thank you for your kind words at the booth over the last couple of days. We really appreciate the feedback, and we're looking forward in another 12 months, hopefully to report at this conference again some incredible achievements over the following 12 months. So thank you again. Thank you for the opportunity.